Mulher, continuando aqui no The Dark Pictures. O quê? Nossa, até esqueci o nome. Tá sabendo bem, hein? Legal. God. Tá, calma aí, irmão. Calma aí. Oi, eu entrei naquela porta ali, não, né? Quer dizer, eu acho que não. Eu aumentei o som aí do desktop e espero que esteja melhor. Agora não sei se eu abusei, né? Opa, que é isso?
Something's wrong here. If you were headed to San Francisco, you'd be crazy to take this route.
It's almost like they didn't want anyone to know they were coming.
Segredo encontrado, cartas hidrográficas. Então tá, né? Vamos ver. Opa, carta. Se for longa, eu não vou ler, hein? Quem quiser, pausa e lê. Vamos ver aqui. Tem nada. Da hora. E tem sim.
Ship was blown off course, cloud cover was bad. They couldn't establish a position.
A Departamento da Marinha dos Estados Unidos. 2 de junho, tempestade intensa, desvio de rota, alagamento do porão 2, muitos raios. A deriva em águas rasas, localização desconhecida. Profundidade náutica supostamente desconhecida. Impossível determinar a profundidade. Vixe, mano. Início da buscas por membros da tripulação ao mar. Buscas canceladas, muita nebulosidade, ainda impossível determinar a localização. Caralho. Caramba. Foi mal. Tá pra cá, tem alguma coisa? Não. Então vamos ver o que tem atrás da porta ali. É o rádio. Finalmente.
No freaking way. This thing actually still works?
Look, radio science hasn't changed much in 70 years, as long as there's power.
I'll give it a whirl.
Opa.
Ah, it's working.
It's a number station.
Tá, e daí?
Military bandit.
Let's ask them for help. Hey, is anyone out there hearing this? Hello? Holy shit, we got him.
É uma emergência, as coordenadas esclarecedor.
If you can hear us, we're on a ship, an old freighter. Our coordinates are approximately 12 degrees 30 minutes south, 151 degrees 20 minutes west. Please get here now. We need help.
Meu Deus, cara, sério que não tá ouvindo? Estamos no Orang Medan, ansiedade em pânico. É uma emergência. Ansiedade.
We're on this like old freighter. We think the name of it is the Iran Medan. Hello? Is anyone out there? Please come in.
E agora? Deu certo, será? Ah, mano. Encontre o gerador para ligar o rádio. Ai, mano, vai dar ruim.
This has got to lead somewhere. Maybe we can find a way to get the power back.
We need to get that radio working.
I think someone should wait here in case a message comes through.
I'll go, obviously.
I can do this. I should be the one to go.
Hey, little bro.
What's up?
I'm thinking you might deserve a promotion. How's medium bro sound?
What are you talking about?
You stepped up to the plate. Put yourself right in the line of fire.
You're kind of mixing metaphors there.
Not if the pitcher's a machine gun. I'm impressed. Seriously.
So what do you think?
Encorajador, provocador. Deixa comigo. Se ele tem certeza da conta, vai lá.
If you're sure you're up for it, I believe you got it, bro.
I'm coming too.
Hey, what? Julia, no.
You're not always gonna be there to protect, big guy. I can handle this. Trust me.
Whoa, whoa. If Julia says she can handle it, she can handle it. Case closed.
Okay, Julia. It's you and I.
Ih! Aí, ó, legal, já começou bem, hein? Meu amigo, ó a merda que os caras fizeram, hein? Eita, ela cortou a perna, velho.
Broken bones? Everything still work?
Everyone okay?
Esperança, estamos bem.
We're okay.
What are we gonna do?
We're gonna have to find the generator. If we can get it started, we can power up the radio.
Okay, we'll wait here by the radio. Here.
Hey.
After you.
Eita, mano. Quer na frente, não?
Guessing these are the lower levels of the ship.
Nossa, vai dar ruim demais, irmão. Oi, vamos ver o que tem aqui dentro. Não posso esquecer. O cofre. Agora tá aberto. Vamos ver o que é isso. Relatório médico. Minuto da reunião entre cientista X, subtenente Walter Bishop e o subtenente Tom Palmer. Com observação do sargento Peter Wood. X pelo encontro com nossa equipe diz que temos muito a aprender uns com os outros. Deseja o mesmo, o mundo ocidental deve ser protegido. Os Estados Unidos foram informados de que certas entidades estão pesquisando agentes químicos e biológicos em guerra. Aí ó, tá explicado. Nossas atividades limitadas pelo protocolo de Genebra, termos de experiência, só podemos realizá-las. O problema é que tá tudo apagado, né? Escrever uma investigação durante a Segunda Guerra Mundial para testar os efeitos em humanos de certos alucinógenos de estrutura cristalina com o codinome o ouro de Manchúria. O ouro de Manchúria então é uma droga alucinógica, velho. Que louco. Munições químicas. Até mesmo a exposição relativamente mínima causa alucinações consideráveis entre as cobaias, afetando seu comportamento de forma frequentemente violentas, altamente convincentes. Fazem com que as cobaias vissem e ouvissem coisas que não existiam. O perigo era multifacetado. A intensidade desse terror é constante. Olha lá, foi o que eu achava mesmo, então. É realmente um negócio químico aí que tá deixando esse loucão. Que bom, né? Agora sabe que não precisa ter medo dos bichos. O soldado Charles Anderson, de licença, demonstrou nível de intoxicação incompatível com a conduta esperada de um membro do exército dos Estados Unidos. O soldado Anderson estava envolvido em uma briga de bêbado com outro soldado, na opinião oficial do responsável pela prisão, e seria levado a uma desordem generalizada. Foram tomadas as medidas necessárias para que ambos voltassem ao navio. 10 dias na prisão. Caramba, 10 dias, irmão. Tá louco. Nossa, semana da prisão 27. Segunda-feira, Arthur Miller, furto, um dia na prisão, pequenos itens pertencentes a um oficial veterano encontrados no armário do Miller. Itens recuperados e devolvidos ao dono. Quarta-feira, David Davis, intrusão 2 dias na prisão. Encontrado na área proibida. Caramba, só tem ladrão, mano. Os caras do exército, tudo ladrão. Não era proibida, porão. Carga 3A. Sem razão para estar lá. Desprezo flagrante por ordens. Sexta-feira acabou Louis Brand. Intoxicação pública. Ah, esse é o do bêbado, né? Encontrado bêbado e agindo de forma imprópria mesmo. Ah, legal. Intoxicação Charles também. Bêbado, 10 dias. Joseph, bêbado também? Caramba, mano. O cara só sabe ficar bêbado. Que desgraça, hein? É, pra cá tem o quê? Nada? Tem sim um quarto. Ah, aqui é a prisão. O que você tá atrás? Que isso, Pia? Cedo já. Eu vim aqui, não, né? Vai dar merda, velho.
I'm gonna say no. Not at all.
Says the girl who couldn't wait to dive a wreck.
Ó o médico.
Oh, Jesus.
É o médico do começo do jogo. Então, vamos ver aqui quem é o nome do paciente. Histórico do caso. Diagnóstico: neurose média, incapacidade. Não é resultado da sua própria má conduta. Foi incorrido no campo de batalha. Existe antes do alistamento, não condição atual. Duração futura provável. Recomendação: ser acompanhado de perto, encaminhado. Nada importante, vai. Soldado Peterson, um jovem em forma saudável de 25 anos, sem nenhum problema de saúde e com uma carreira militar exemplar. Ele se acalmou ao longo da consulta e os resultados dos testes de fala, reação, memória e tomada de decisões foram todos normais. Legal, né? Que bom. Bom pra ele. Tá, agora vamos ver o que tem pra cá. Opa. Ah, a foto do filho lá do soldado. Esse... É, se tá para papai e volte logo, acho que é filho de alguém, né? Deve ser. O cara tem dúvida ainda. Pra cá. Opa. Ali onde ela tá olhando, será que dá pra passar? Dá licença aí, ô querido. Não dá. Entra, filho. Ih, pra descer? Calma aí. Deixa eu ver se tem alguma coisa no fim do corredor. Não deixa ou tá travado alguma coisa? É, não deixa. Nossa, mano.
Here, come check this out. Look, down there. Looks like the engine room.
Good place to find a generator, right?
Se eu fosse ele, não descia aí não, viu?
I was broken off here. I think I can just...
Wait! Are you okay?
Yeah, all good. Just come down.
Imagina o cara pula e quebra o pé, mano. Só faltava, né? Nossa, por um segundo eu achei que ela ia quebrar. Tá, bora lá, bora. Oi!
What's up?
That, it was... Wait, didn't you see it?
Ai.
Hello?
Okay, so I'm seeing things, but you're not. Okay, so follow my thinking here. We know this ship was carrying the Manchurian gold, but that was really some sort of hallucinogenic bioweapon developed in China during World War II. And we know that it was super unstable and leaked all over the ship. So maybe it's still here? Maybe it hasn't dispersed after 70 years and it's having the same effect on us, you know? Paranoid hallucinations. All this crazy shit we're seeing, none of it's real.
The crew was hallucinating. We know they were scared of something, and the officers thought it was just a bunch of jumpy GIs trying to get out of guard duty.
This isn't a ghost ship, it's a floating bioweapon.
This couldn't have anything to do with the plane wreck we dived.
I mean, maybe there was a connection? Maybe they made contact? It's a theory, I guess.
Oh, God. All right, let's get going.
Pô, pelo menos eles sabem, né, agora o que é o problema. Será que eles vão ter medo ainda quando ver alguma aparição? Acho que não, né? Quer dizer, depois dessa última, né? Motores Van Linden. Rotterdam. Que? Rotterdam? Holanda. Motor diesel número 1734, ano 1920. Tipo L87 CSC. Legal, parabéns. Belo motor. Dá pra vir pra cá? Oxe, dá. Calma aí, por que eu posso ir pra cá, mano? Foda que eu não sei qual é o caminho certo, tá ligado? Eu fico puto se eu for pro caminho errado. Deixa eu ver aqui, não. Pra cá, talvez? Pior que tem um outro lado lá, né, mano? Nossa, quer ver que o jogo vai fazer eu voltar tudo?
Look at this.
Bloco de mergulho.
The rebreather.
The fisherman must have brought it over from the Duke of Milan.
You think it still works?
Looks like it's got a little juice left. Maybe a couple of minutes. Should we bring it with us? I mean, it's heavy.
It's just gonna slow us down.
Obediente, vai.
Yeah, fuck it. Dead weight.
Será? Ah, eles estão tretando entre eles?
Je t'en prie. Non. Je t'ai dit de la fermer, sale menteur. Ferme ta gueule de merde. Tu dis n'importe quoi. Tout ce que tu racontes, c'est des conneries. Alors, ferme ta sale gueule de merde. Écoute. Écoute-moi. Non. Fais pas ça. Ta gueule. Ah! Je t'avais dit de fermer ta gueule.
Oh, fuck.
Caramba, o maluco enlouqueceu, mano. Ah, ele tava alucinando. Eita, eita, eita. Meu Deus, cara. Mano, esse maluco se mexendo, eu queria muito olhar pra ele, tá ligado? Em vez de olhar o batimento cardíaco. Sorte que eu consegui não olhar. Ih, a gente vai brisar, hein? Tá várias fumaças aqui, irmão. É, por quê? Você sabe por quê? Opa, tem um negócio ali. Ah, aqui, ó.
I think we should try to avoid that.
É. Vai pra cá, filha da mãe. Não é aqui? Quê? Inspecionar, correr. Correr. Não, o cara tá loucão de droga, velho. Vai que ele acha que a gente é, sei lá, um monstro. Não é não? Ah, ele tá com o bagulho na mão.
What's the problem with sharing all that gold, eh? There must be plenty of that to go around, more than enough. And we're all in this together, right? Trying to cut me out of the deal?
Ah, não.
You can't have all the gold. And I'm to be left here to die. But I am the captain. I am in control. And I am the one that says who goes and who stays.
He's breathing down our necks. Please tell me you have an escape plan.
Assertividade. A gente ainda não pode arriscar. Temos que partir para longe dele. Ah, vá. Perturbação.
This guy's like crazy unpredictable. We better get the hell away from him right freaking now. Run, fucking run.
Meu Deus do céu. Tamanho da tranca.
Please tell me we're safe.
Yeah, totally. I mean, these doors were meant to withstand all sorts of stuff.
É, o problema é que essa porta aí tá velha, né? Mano, o tamanho da travinha. Ih, ferrou, mano.
Okay. None of you move.
Se transformar.
Go all changing on me now. Turn around.
O cara tá muito louco.
Slow. Real slow. Oh. Okay. All right. Not changing. None of that. Raise your hands up. Slow.
Meu Deus, velho.
No, no. Not like that.
E agora, será que ele vai matar alguém?
Not changing.
Just put the gun down. Nobody has to get hurt.
You think I wanted to hurt anybody? I didn't get a choice in this, did I? It's in you too, isn't it? Isn't it now? Ah! Not again! It's all gone changing on me!
What? What's changing?
Stay away! Stay back from the mist!
What? There's no mist, man.
Don't breathe it! Don't breathe the mist!
Por que não podemos esperar a névoa? Que névoa? Que névoa?
Dude, what mist?
You must have seen it! It's everywhere! Yellow, creeping everywhere! It's inside now. Inside with us, now.
Ó, eu lembro que lá no quadro a gente viu ele se matar. Eu acho que a ideia é fazer ele acreditar que ele tá louco.
Isn't it?
I haven't breathed any weird mist. Please, I promise.
Yeah, you breathed in the mist. It's happening. I can feel it.
Preocupação, indiferente. Puta, eu não sei, cara. Não tinha nenhuma névoa.
Come on, man. There is no mist.
Puta merda, velho. Eu achei que ele ia ficar louco, ele ia se matar, não? Nossa, mano. Puta, não acredito, velho. Nossa, eu acho que se eu tivesse escolhido a outra opção, ela tinha sobrevivido, hein? Será? Ou será que ele teria atacado o Brad?
Wait by the radio.
Why?
I'm gonna check the next level. There might be some more gear down there we can use. I'm not going far. Just wait by the radio.
Meu Deus, mano. Caramba, mano. Todo esse tempo sem morrer ninguém. Sério que agora eu vou começar a matar todo mundo? Ih, quem que é? Ah, é o loucão da porreta lá, né? Da marreta. Puta, eu não queria que o casal, eu não queria que ele e ela não morressem. E ela vai e me morre. Que merda.
I saw the big guy. He had the distributor cap.
Isso, irmão. Que agressividade é essa? Vasculho conversa. Cadê? Eu tô sem lanterna. Porra, aí sem lanterna é foda, hein?
This must have been what we just heard.
Oi.
Oh no, what's that?
Doesn't matter. We need that distributor cap. Here. He had to have come this way.
Sei não, irmão. Sei não, hein?
Look at that shit.
Ixi, esse buraco aqui, hein?
There he is. Sure.
Meu Deus.
Boy.
Ah, mano, na moral, eu quero voltar, quero salvar a Julia. Que merda. Mentira, não vou voltar, é mancada, né? Será que tem como ver o episódio assim? Eu quero ver daí se eu acertar, se eu colocasse a outra pergunta, se ela sobrevivia.
I'm not gonna make this jump, Alex. I'll have to find another way around.
Por quê? Recupera a tampa do distribuidor. Vixe, Maria. Então resumindo, os caras morrem de intoxicação, né? Não é bem um susto, é... O coração não aguenta o veneno. Opa, aí já me caguei. Foi aqui que ele entrou? Não, cadê? Ah, tá aqui. Ah, não, não é ele, não. Caramba, cadê o cara? Obviamente não vão restringir seus movimentos ao redor da estação, então você poderá encontrar dificuldades na busca por Jones. Seu objetivo primário está claro, mas o objetivo secundário ao atingir o destino será localizar Jones e seus homens e trazê-los de volta para casa. Você deve permanecer alerta e preocupado com sua segurança pessoal o tempo todo. Seu país está com você. Ultra secreto para CPT Harold Fisher, subtenente Walter Bishop e suboficial Tom Palmer. Harold Tom Walter. A inteligência militar indicou que o sargento Jones e 5 soldados de seu pelotão foram dados como desaparecidos durante uma missão de reconhecimento na estação de purificação de água. Nossos homens no campo não conseguem estabelecer contato e a situação é grave. Não sabemos se eles foram capturados ou se estão vivos. Sabemos apenas que em sua última posição, eles se aproximavam da estação e depois silenciaram. A estação tem uma alta segurança, eles estão esperando por você. Então tá, né? Tá esperando até hoje. O cara não conseguiu, não. Eita, ali, achei. Nossa, que delícia. Os ratos se banhando. Nossa, barulhinho, cara.
Look at that. Sometimes you just get lucky.
Às vezes tem sorte. Tá, mas cadê o bagulho? Nossa, o rato tá em cima, mano. Oh! Mas que caramba! Mano, o que deu nesses ratos que começou a pular do nada? Ah, ele tá brisando, ele tá brisando. Eu acho, né? Corre, filha de uma mãe. Nossa, mano, ele soltou o bagulho. Quem é você?
What? Who are you?
Alex, it's me.
Tá, o irmão dele? É alguém conhecido, porque, né? A gente já sabe que o veneno deixa
Put the
louco.
knife down. Now. Put it down.
Fala pra ele que é o veneno, irmão.
Come on, you rat fucker. Keep on coming, why don't you?
What the fuck?
Hey,
Ah, é a
it's
Fliss.
okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Fliss.
Gotcha.
Pô, meio estranho isso, né? De repente ele tá brisando, de repente ele vê ela de novo. Ah, mano. Eu não acredito que perdemos a Júlia. Meu, eu tava crente que eu tava certinho, cara. Tava crente. Igual eu falei, a ideia era fazer o cara pensar que ele era louco e ele se matar, né? Filha da mãe tinha que atirar nela primeiro. Desgraçado, mano. Nossa, era o final, mano. Você tá zoando. Cara, vai se ferrar, mano.
Alright. Let's try it.
Puta, tô puto. Eu não acredito. Eu não acredito, cara. Eu quase salvei todo mundo. Cara, que jogo babaca, velho. Ah, mano. Caramba, ele chegando. Ah, o irmão dela chegou. Calma aí, então não acabou ou não acabou? O maluco chegou achando que era o Rambo.
What the hell is this place?
Nossa, verdade. Ele não sabe de nada, irmão. Será que ele vai morrer também? Ué, cadê os soldados? Ele tá sozinho?
Is it abandoned? Hello? Alex, Julia! Are you guys here?
I should have been there. She died. Maybe I could have done something. Maybe it could have been me.
Foi minha culpa. Foi mal, cara. Desculpa.
Honestly, should have been.
Caramba, que dó, velho. O cara tinha acabado de pedir a mulher em casamento e ela morre. Tiro na testa ainda, né? Isso que é... Nossa. É, pelo menos não sofreu, né? Nossa, eu não acredito, mano. O jogo ser muito idiota, cara. Nossa, eu fiquei mal agora. Porra. E aí, curador, o que você vai falar?
That's it. Game over. You're done. For now, at least. You could always try again, see if you can't do better next time around. Impressive. Almost everyone survived.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
Things became a little intense, but Alex kept his nerve. Well done, Alex. Well done, you. It's all about decisions, isn't it? Decisions made in a hurry, in a panic, made with the heart instead of the head, or vice versa. Sometimes those decisions take a long time to have repercussions. But there are repercussions. There are always repercussions.
Yeah.
Till we meet again. Maybe in Little Hope, maybe somewhere else. But be certain, we will meet again. It's inevitable.
Caramba, mano, você é maluca? Cara, eu tomei um susto. Quê? Tomei um susto com a música, mano. Calma aí, irmão. Opa, opa. É ele. Nossa, que dó, mano. O velho é filha da mãe. Ai, coração. Que isso, mano? Que isso, cara?
I just saw someone in the woods.
Whoever it was, they're gone.
Ah, é o trailer do próximo jogo. Do Little Hope, né? É, o... Oxi. Esse daí tá parecendo um pouco mais terror ainda, hein? Cara, que da hora, velho. Eu gostei pra caramba desse jogo. Meu amigo. Deixa eu ver, será que eu posso jogar sozinho? Capítulos, como que eu faço, será? Será que tem? Não tem, não sei. Carregar história, seleção de cena. Será que... Acho que é isso, né? Vamos ver. Desce, 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 desce. Vim aqui. Assunto do coração, estação de rádio. Esse aqui, será? É, né? Será que é o do Júnior? Vamos ver. Substituir? Substituir o jogo salvo atual ou criar um novo? Como assim? Criar um novo save? Acho que é isso, né? Novo jogo salvo. É, novo. Vamos ver, vamos ver. Vamos ver se eu consigo salvar eles.
There's no use hiding, you little fucks.
Pô, que da hora, mano, você poder voltar na cena assim.
What's the problem with sharing all that gold, eh? There must be plenty of that to go around, more than enough. And we're all in this together, right? Trying to cut me out of the deed? You can't have all the gold. And I'm to be left here to die. But I am the captain. I am in control. And I am the one that says who goes and who stays.
He's breathing down our necks. Please tell me you have an escape plan.
Tá, calma aí, assertivo. A gente não pode arriscar. É, temos que partir. Vamos tentar de novo, vai.
Crazy unpredictable. We better get the hell away from him right freaking now.
Run!
totally. I mean, these doors were meant to withstand all sorts of stuff.
Olha lá, vamos ver, vamos ver. É agora, é agora.
None of you move. None of you go all changing on me now. Turn around. Slow. Real slow. Okay. All right. No changing. None of that. Raise your hands up. Slow.
Tá, eu acho que é a primeira vez que ele fala da fumaça.
I said no changing.
Eu tenho que manter falando que ele tá loucão. Que não tem fumaça, né, no caso. Névoa, né? Eu acho.
I didn't get a choice in this, did I? It's in you too, isn't it? Isn't it now?
Olha lá.
Not again! It's all gone changing on me!
What's changing?
Stay away! Stay back from the mist!
What? There's no mist, man.
Don't breathe it! Don't breathe the mist!
Ó, vamos ver. Curiosidade e ceticismo. Que neva? Por que não podemos respirar a névoa? Acho que eu vou perguntar por quê, vai. Por quê?
Why can't we breathe the mist? What does it do?
It's life. Bringing things to life that shouldn't be alive. It's inside now. Inside with us now.
Please just calm down.
Stop! Stop! It's in one of us, isn't it?
Tá em um de nós.
Put the gun down now.
Why would you say that? Why are you telling me what to do?
Meu Deus, ela vai morrer de novo, né?
The mist. It's happening. I can feel it.
Certo, tinha alguma coisa lá embaixo. Preocupação.
Okay, all right, look. There was, something back there. Maybe a mist or fog, maybe?
I knew it. I told you. Did you breathe it in?
Tem certeza que nós todos esperamos um pouco dela. Não, olha. Desespero, vamos ver.
No, look. We held our breath. We did not breathe any of that stuff.
Oh, really? I know you're all fancy divers, but you expect me to buy that? We've been down here for hours. You've been holding your breath this whole time. You're holding your breath right
Puta
now.
merda. Deu ruim.
Oh, God.
Não, calma aí, deu.
I got the mist in me, don't I? It's in me, isn't it?
Por favor, por favor, por favor, não mata ninguém.
I can feel it swirling around in there. It's changing me. On the inside.
Vai logo, vai logo, vai logo, vai logo, vai logo. Distrair.
No. I can't see it. You're all right, man. There's no mist.
Stop! Stop lying!
Ih, fiz merda.
You can all see it in me, can't you? You're just lying.
Caramba, mano.
The mist is inside. Keep me alive.
Não, deixa, Brad. Aê, caramba. Era isso que eu tinha que fazer, mano. Não acredito. Ai, a Júlia tá viva. Caramba, ele tá maquinado agora, irmão. Tá, não tá mais, não. Valeu, valeu, Brad. Que babaca. Agora tá maquinado. Poxa, veio pra ela agora. Ah, não, calma aí.
Wait by the radio.
Why?
I'm gonna check the next level. There might be some more gear down there we can use. I'm not going far. Just wait by the radio.
Caramba, muito alto. Vai, vamos lá, vamos lá. Perfeito, perfeito, moleque.
Come here. I saw the big guy. He had the distributor cap.
O cara lá no fundo? Quem que é esse cara? É o curador, né? Pô, parecia ele, né, mano? Que louco. Mano, sabe que ele aparecia? Será que ele apareceu mais vezes e eu não percebi? Agora não sei, né? Outro maluco não para de gritar, mano, pelo amor.
This must have been what we just heard.
Ai.
Oh no, what's that?
Doesn't matter. We need that distributor cap.
Caramba, eu me assustei no mesmo lugar, né?
He will come this way.
Ah, mano, tô puto, cara. Quer dizer, agora eu tô de boa, mas... Era tão fácil salvar a Júlia, mano. Droga. O cara foi enlouquecer com umas perguntas nada a ver, né?
Look at that shit.
Tá, agora a gente tem que pular.
There he is.
I think we can make it across.
Sure.
É, o bom que foi os mesmos botões, né? Bom. Mano, na moral, que da hora.
I'm not gonna make this jump, Alex. I'll have to find another way around.
Covarde. Vamos lá, recuperar a tampa. Por onde que eu fui mesmo? Quer dizer, aqui é sempre reto, né? Mas tem uma parte ali que eu já... esqueci. Tá, pra cá, acho que tá certo. É o espírito aí de novo. Eu viro aqui. Beleza, beleza. Daí tem... Vai, filho. Tem a leitura ali que eu não vou ler. Não quero. Jaline mesmo. Jaline mesmo. Olha que delícia.
Fuck.
Fuck. Os ratinhos se divertindo.
Look at that. Sometimes you just get lucky.
É. Ai, ai. Foda é do nada os ratos começar a atacar, né? É louco. Tá, vamos ver aqui. Tem o ratinho, Stuart. Boa noite. Tá, agora eu sei que eu não posso atacar. Eu tenho que abaixar a faca. E GG. Olha lá. Não. Quem é você?
What? Who are you?
Alex, it's me!
Mario!
Put the knife down. Now. Put it down.
Caramba, virou o Alien.
Come on, you rat fuckers. Keep on coming, why don't you?
Seu come ratos.
Hey, it's okay. Oh my God. Fliss.
Gotcha.
E foi isso, né? Acho que... Aê! Nossa, velho, vai se ferrar, mano. Tava tão perto do fim, velho. Que ódio. Jogo maldito. Vamos ver agora o final feliz, cara. E o irmão dela? Será que o irmão dela vai voltar aqui ainda? Nossa, o moleque vai morrer, mano. Resumindo, o irmão dela eu não consigo salvar? Ou consigo? Foi aquele quadro que eu vi que era um helicóptero chegando.
Let's try it.
O que será que eu tinha que fazer pra aparecer o helicóptero? Olha lá. Lá ele. Então, né? Caramba, por que ele tá sozinho? Isso que não fez sentido. Ele veio...
Is it abandoned?
Ele veio na arma. E quem que tá pilotando o barco?
Alex, Julia, are you guys here?
Vai bater a porta, quer ver? Não bateu. Olha lá, final feliz. Menos pro irmão dela, pelo jeito.
I just want to know what happened to my brother. He was trying to help us to get help, but he doesn't know anything about boats or sailing. I just hope he's alive, that he's okay. God, we should have never split up.
Então, né? Vamos ver o que o curador vai falar agora. Parabéns, você jogou muito.
Congratulations. All your charges are still breathing, and that's something, I suppose. Things became a little intense, but Alex kept his nerve. Well done, Alex. Well done, you. It's all about decisions, isn't it? Decisions made in a hurry, in a panic, made with the heart instead of the head, or vice versa. Sometimes those decisions take a long time to have repercussions. But there are repercussions. There are always repercussions.
É verdade, né? Parece que ele ficou meio puto, né?
Till we meet again. Maybe in Little Hope, maybe somewhere else. But be certain, we will meet again. It's inevitable.
Tá bom.
Won't you spare me over till another year? Won't you spare me over? Won't you spare me over till another year? Won't you spare me over till another year? Won't you spare me over till another year?
É, com ele... Com ele acontece a mesma coisa. Puta que dó, velho. Aí ele fala que salvei todo mundo, então, resumindo, tanto faz ele, né? Só não entendi por quê. Velha do caramba, de novo. Dessa vez não tomei tão, né, desespero, mas tô bem. Isso já é alguma coisa. Todos sobreviveram. Top. Ah, não dá pra pular? Quem está aí? Oh, mano, você escuta um barulho, você vai ficar falando quem está aí? Você tá maluco? Eu já tava correndo faz hora, filho. Não é não? ...2020. 3 anos atrás. Você viu? Tô atualizado nos jogos. Caramba, 3 anos, mano. Ai, ai. É da hora, mano. Recursos especiais. Ver conteúdo bônus. Deixa eu ver o que é isso. História do horror antológico. Bancando o palhaço? O que é isso? Como que é isso? Deixa eu ver.
The horror anthology is much loved and has an established pedigree across all forms of entertainment.
É, eu sou um deles.
From Twice Told Tales by Nathaniel Hawthorne in 1837.
Ah, ele vai contar
Books of Blood in the mid-80s, and with the likes
a criação
of
do
Blackwood, Poe, and Lovecraft in between.
Filmes, etc, de terror, né, no caso. Contos de terror. Putz, que da hora. Nossa, 1800.
Regarded as the first published horror anthology, Twice Told Tales is a collection of mostly previously published stories
narradas.
from The Token, an annual illustrated gift book published in Boston. The author of Twice Told Tales, Nathaniel Hawthorne, was born on July 4th, 1804, in Salem,
1804.
Massachusetts.
Nossa, em
His
Salem.
great-grandfather was John Haythorne, a Puritan, and one of the judges who presided at the Salem witch trials of 1692.
No julgamento das bruxas.
In 1842, Edgar Allan Poe
louco.
reviewed Twice Told Tales for Graham's magazine, concluding that Hawthorne was a man of indisputable genius. By this time, Poe, also from the state of Massachusetts, had already written his own collection of short stories for publication. This collection, titled Tales of the Grotesque and Arabesque, was published in 2 volumes in 1839. The horror anthology had become a recognized format, and after also writing many short stories for newspapers and magazines, Algernon Blackwood's first publication, The Empty House and Other Ghost Stories, was released in 1906. Blackwood went on to write such classics as The Willows and The Wendigo, which was first published in another anthology, The Lost Valley and Other Stories, in 1910. Fast forward 74 years to 1984 and the first publication of Books of Blood. Each book was a collection of horror stories written by British author Clive Barker, the first of which catapulted Barker to legendary status in horror writing, with Stephen King proclaiming him the future of horror. Several of the stories from Books of Blood have been adapted successfully for film, including Raw-Haired Rex and The Midnight Meat Train. Barker adapted The Yattering Jack in 1986 for use in George A. Romero's anthology TV series Tales from the Dark Side.
Caramba, mano, que foda!
He will remain.
Short-form storytelling arrived on a new medium in 1938 when the radio show The Mercury Theatre on Air broadcast an adaptation of Dracula.
I have never seen Count Dracula by day. At sunrise, at the first cockcrow, he is gone.
The series was the creation of Orson Welles and John Houseman and became most famous for its broadcast of War of the Worlds, which terrified listeners, believing that the alien invasion was a reality. From 1942, the radio drama series Suspense broadcast more than 90 short plays on CBS Radio for 20 years, often featuring some of Hollywood's leading stars. Initially, the series seldom used material that would be classified as horror, fantasy, or science fiction, but by the late 50s, this became a regular occurrence, including material such as H.P. Lovecraft's The Dunwich Horror. One episode, The Hitchhiker, broadcast in 1942, featured a performance by Orson Welles and was later adapted as an episode of The Twilight Zone in 1960. 1947 saw the debut of Quiet Please, a radio horror and fantasy series created by Willis Cooper. Cooper had been a writer for Orson Welles' Campbell Playhouse, which had succeeded the Mercury Theatre on Air.
Which is written and directed by Willis Cooper and features Ernest Chappell. Quiet Please for tonight is called Camera Obscura.
The play's scripts often broke the fourth wall by speaking directly to the listener, a technique much adopted in later horror anthologies. In his book, Terror on the Air, Horror Radio in America, Richard J. Hand wrote that Cooper had enjoyed creating roles for the audience, including implicating them in the action of the story itself, indicating a clear desire to create horror as interactive entertainment more than 70 years ago. The show ran for 2 years. Forward 50 more years in radio, and in October 2010, we see the debut of Larry Fessenden and Glenn McQuaid's radio show, Tales from Beyond the Pale. Successful genre filmmakers in their respective rights, the two began producing episodes under Fessenden's studio, Glass Eye Pix, influenced by the works of Boris Karloff, Peter Lorre, and Orson Welles. Fessenden would later partner with the show's sound designer, Graham Resnick, to write the scripts for Supermassive Games' critically acclaimed horror debut, Until Dawn, and for the first game in their Dark Pictures horror anthology, Man of Medan.
Essa cena eu não vi. Ouvi.
Short format horror has been successfully represented many times since The Twilight Zone in 1959. Created and presented by Rod Serling, The Twilight Zone ran for 5 seasons.
Essa música aí não é estranha pra mim não. Só não sei onde que eu escutei.
Each show was a standalone story featuring characters faced by surreal and often disturbing events.
Caramba, olha os aliens deles.
Conclusions to each show summarized the story and provided some justification for the events and often the moral of the story. In 2016, Rolling Stone placed The Twilight Zone at number 7 in its list of the greatest shows of all time. The 1972 film Tales from the Crypt is highly regarded by fans of the genre. Starring Peter Cushing and Joan Collins and featuring Ralph Richardson as the Crypt Keeper, it is an anthology film based on stories from EC Comics and one of several Amicus horror anthologies produced in that decade. And in 1989, HBO launched a horror anthology series under the same name, also based on EC Comics, which ran until July 1996. 1982 saw the release of Creepshow, a dark comic horror anthology film directed by George A. Romero. Influenced by and a homage to the material from the EC and DC comics of the 1950s, its entirely original material was written by Stephen King. and it is a somewhat tongue-in-cheek expression of the horror genre. 25 years on, and in 2007, Trick or Treat presents another set of horror shorts as a dark comedy horror anthology film. And then, in 2012, a very different anthology film with a very different tone.
VHS?
Created by Brad Miska and Bloody Disgusting, an American horror genre website and film production company, VHS is a much darker horror anthology film, comprising 6 short horror stories and linked by a found footage theme. 2 of the stories, Second Honeymoon and Tuesday the 17th, were written and directed by Ty West and Glenn McQuaid. Other examples in film and TV that are more than worthy of mention are Roger Corman's 1962 anthology, Tales of Terror, based on 3 Edgar Allan Poe short stories and featuring Peter Lorre, Vincent Price, and Basil Rathbone. The 1963 Italian horror anthology, Black Sabbath, narrated by Boris Karloff. The TV series Night Gallery, a spiritual successor to, or certainly a close relative of, The Twilight Zone, fronted again by Rod Serling and focusing more directly on horror, which ran from 1969 to 1973. Stephen King's Cat's Eye of 1985. John Carpenter's 1993 film Body Bags, featuring the likes of Sam Raimi, Wes Craven, and Mark Hamill, and Southbound, a 2016 road trip horror anthology by a number of the collaborators on VHS.
Namorar essas máscaras aí, tudo bem bizarras, hein?
From written fiction through radio, cinema, and TV, and now video games, horror anthology is a format that both creators and horror fans enjoy. And it's a format that has existed for almost 200 years. Long may it continue.
Caramba, da hora, hein? TT bancando o palhaço e criação do curador. E esse daqui tá fechado por... Ah, não. Ah, agora abriu. Segredos de Orang Medan, parte 1. Que da hora, mano. Calma aí. Calma, T. Tô fazendo. Perdido aqui. Ai, ai. Não, depois eu vejo isso daí. Ou será que eu vejo tudo agora, não? Deixa eu ver um negócio aqui, primeiramente. Meu Deus. Acho que eu vou ver tudo já tá aqui mesmo, né? Vamos bancando o palhaço.
Hey, what's up, man? Conrad.
Good to finally meet you, Conrad. This is Brad, by the way, my little bro.
Hey, man. Want to crack a cold one with me? In The Man of Medan, I play a character named Conrad.
Ah, que da hora, o ator falando.
I think initially when we find Conrad, he is a sort of entitled guy, a wealthy American who's on vacation. But where's the old crust bucket skipper anyhow? He's an adventurous guy. He lives off the cuff. He does what he wants.
I'd invite you to make yourselves at home, but
And I think that's kind of fun to play as an actor. He has no censor, he's no filter. So whatever circumstance he's put into, you know exactly how Conrad feels. And so it was kind of fun performance to start out being brash, kind of a silly guy, and just jump in and have fun with that.
So is everybody on board and ready to go?
You're selling, I'm buying. I think Conrad and I have some similarities. I think the sense of humor and the sense of fun are similar between Conrad and I, but I will say that he's a little more aggressive and a little more outlandish than I am. Guys, look, I think we gotta listen to our experienced, beautiful, smart, and beautiful captain here. If she says we should do things
Connie,
right...
please, I didn't bring you on this trip to get laid.
Wait, what?
I think Conrad's the kind of guy that I would like to be at a party with. You know, I'd like to have a barbecue and drink some beers with him. I don't know that Conrad and I would be best friends. I think we'd butt heads a little bit. Right on, Bradical. I like the cut of your ship. It's jib. Don't ruin it. I think the scenes that I've had the most fun with so far are basically when Conrad is going absolutely crazy. I don't want to give too much away, but there's a scene where these sort of fishermen interact with our divers, with our core crew here, and he's just a bit of an asshole.
Hey, we got damage here, you see this?
We can take care of this, man. It's not a problem. I mean, what do you think, like $10 cover it? Oh, whoops, my bad. Let's make it 20. Okay. Hold on, I got this. Well, shoot, you think it's more like 30? I can do 30. All right. You drive a hard bargain, but I'm with you. Here, you know what? Let's just throw in the whole pot.
Como é bizarro ver os caras todos,
That's yours,
né?
you go ahead.
É estranho, mano.
Let's go. No!
He's just got an attitude. He's brash. These people are messing with his group, and he just kind of lets
É da hora
loose
você ver o
and
resultado
talks trash
final, né?
to
Mas
him.
é bem estranho ver
And
quando
as a
eles
guy who
estão
would never
atuando.
do that in real life, it's a lot of fun to just kind of let Conrad flow, say whatever he wants.
You are an idiot.
They left, didn't they?
That doesn't make you any less of an idiot. You know, the only thing funnier than seeing you try to buy your way out of that situation is watching you put your money to waste.
Got a smile out of you. With every penny. One of the most interesting and one of the key moments that sticks out for me is Conrad's decision in the first act of the game, either to stay with the group or potentially just take off. Storm's 8 miles away.
They came here on a boat. Maybe we can take it.
Yeah, it's a speedboat. I can get out through the window. We gotta break these off first.
Too loud. They'll hear it.
We're gonna break them during the thunder. Good call.
Don't leave us here, okay?
And I think, again, this is what's interesting. Depending on how the player sculpts the story, Conrad can become a coward, essentially, and desert his friends and his family, or become a hero and stay. These fuckers need to pay. So that, to me, is very, very interesting. Two very human choices, and depending on how our player decides to live with these characters, can totally change the outcome of the game. So I think that I enjoy when Conrad makes the heroic choice and gets to stick around. He obviously gets to see more of the adventure, but it's just as possible that he tries to save his own life and takes off.
Wow, that's intense.
Dá pra ele ficar
That's one way to put it.
ser o herói, né?
You got a better way to put it?
Puta que da hora, mano.
All the characters do have very strong personalities and drives.
Leave!
I think Conrad is the instigator.
Good news, bad news. Bad news? I don't see how this could get any worse.
I think he is the one that really starts the confrontation with the fishermen.
These are kind of...
Porra, na minha visão ele ia morrer se ele ficasse. Em vez da opção dele correr pro
So I
barco.
think in a lot of ways, Conrad is
Interessante,
there
então
to
ele
stir the pot
sobrevive e ele
and
vai pro
create
navio também
drama.
daí. Nossa, que da hora, velho.
Good news. I thought you were gonna ask the good news first.
You're such an idiot, Jesus.
Do I prefer playing the good guy or the bad guy? I think that there's fun in both. To be honest, I don't get to play the bad guy as much as I get to play the good guy, so I think I relish those moments where I get to play the darker side of things. But I think every good hero has that balance, has that dark side. I think a good guy who only is doing good things is kind of boring.
You just had to piss them off, didn't you?
So I think that there's elements of both sides in both characters. And the best villains are the villains that don't think they're doing anything wrong. Their motivation is not like, oh, I'm a mustache twirling bad guy. It's like, no, they're doing what's right for them. It just happens to be against what most people think is the right thing to do.
If I can't shoot them as payback, at least I could give them a nice jab with a sharp knife.
Because I'd had some experience working with motion capture and games before, this experience was much easier for me coming right in. I didn't feel like I was jumping into the deep end. What I really like is that all the actors are constantly there all the time. There's the ability to work off each other without the pressure of specific lighting and marks. There's a freedom to that I really enjoy. It's been really good. It's been very kind of a free experience as far as like motion capture performance.
You got a funny way of saying thank you, Conrad.
You're a piece of work, Conrad.
I'm not all work, I'm a little play too. # wink.
Wink. Então o cara mandou um hashtag, meu Deus, velho. Tá, vamos ver o próximo. Criação do curador.
Hello.
Hello.
I am the curator of stories. Stories of love and hate, grief and beauty, life and death. Stories such as this one.
The curator of the Dark Pictures Anthology bridges between the player and the story, being very aware of what they've done, but also much more aware than the player about what's actually going on in the story and what the context is and what the scenario is.
What do you think happened to this guy?
Now, for the first time, for some reason that he himself doesn't even understand, he's been given the opportunity to talk to somebody, and that somebody is the player. As far as he knows, it's always been him that's done this job, and nobody else. And within his library is the story of everybody's life and death. There's even rooms in there that he can't remember.
Aquela mulher iria aparecer se eu tivesse feito o irmão da Julia entrar no barco.
To record and document.
Clothes are so important because they provide an insight into the character. They explain where the character's been, they describe where he's going, they suggest motive. We want the audience to perceive him as having everything completely in control. So all of the ideas of his clothes being tailored to his body, it's really important to us. We worked with a costume designer. He did a lot of research into the authenticity of the materials and textures. He provided us with lots of authentic high-resolution reference. He even gave us material swatches. It was really useful for us because looking at the folds, looking at the visual language of cloth, how do they sit on the character? Is it working from a distance? What's the weight of the material? It gave us a really good platform in order to produce high-quality, realistic materials.
I'm here to record the story you choose.
É só jogo, eles disseram.
I think that whenever you're dealing with a realistic human acting performance and facial expressions, that part of it is so key to transferring the emotion that you want to over to the player. Just the definition and detail that you need now is quite challenging.
But there are repercussions.
Na moral, a qualidade desse jogo tá muito boa.
Because we've talked a little bit before about how we use skewed angles, upshots, tilts and all that kind of thing to create this feeling of unease and anxiety in the horror moments. And for the curator, it was quite the opposite actually. He's very much in control and he knows everything about the game you're playing and he's very much at home in his own environment. So we took the approach to have a lot more flattering shots, a lot more level shots. You look at him at a natural height. You're never like below or above him, and it creates this veneer of control. It's almost like it's very straightforward and he's just delivering you these statements.
You see, we each make decisions according to our own moral compass.
And of course he's British. As soon as we'd established that and who he was and what his personality was, our minds went pretty much straight to Pip Torrens to deliver the performance. And Pip's done a brilliant job of bringing everything that we wanted in the curator to life on the screen. And pretty much everything that we shot was nailed on first take by Pip.
But the truth of this story isn't fixed.
Caramba, o cara fez tudo de prima.
A story can change a great deal when told from a different perspective.
One thing that was really important for us with the art direction was to somehow differentiate him from the rest of the game that you're experiencing. And with that, we could make a really interesting contrast because as the player, you might be experiencing all this horror, all this craziness, and all of a sudden you're taken out to quite a different and quite an unusual place. So that was a really fun thing to play with. We tried to play up on that contrast and really signal to the player that there was a change happening. The curator addresses the player directly. He's quite ambiguous, he's quite mysterious. You're really not sure if he's there to help you or hinder you sometimes. And I wanted that to kind of be reflected in the art. The corridor that he is in at the start of the game and where you see him a lot of times, we wanted to get this feel of an almost infinite corridor that's got this maze-like feel. It's not a set-out space that you automatically understand as a viewer when you see it. You're not sure how long it goes on, how many paths there are, how much of a maze this corridor is. So to light that, we wanted to get this feel where there's not markers that tell you this is where you are right now in the corridor, you've been here before, just to increase that feeling of not being fully aware of your surroundings and add to the mystery of the scene.
And then he goes into his repository, which is a huge vault of books and secrets, with his main desk right in the middle. He's got large windows for light, a skylight above that would also let a lot of light in, a mezzanine floor, a marble fireplace, classical, opulent, sophisticated.
The central feature of the repository is the curator's desk. So we researched how that might look and wanted to make it look a big, substantial piece of furniture. We added a lot of scroll work and detail to the front and rear. All of the things that you'd expect, the brass fittings for the drawers. There's quite a lot of detail went into that, and we thought we might be seeing that quite close as well in game. So in the end, it fits nicely within its environment. It references some of the Victorian era detail that you might see on a piece like that.
The creator has the ability to access stories through the pictures on the wall. They're almost portaled through to another world. And that all had to fit within our architectural environment. So we looked at very ornate framings, large pictures that would hang on the walls, that would feel correct and not out of place, and something of this nature.
We thought about where we could include light sources that would be interesting, would put light in the right areas of the room. The skylight's a really good example. We decided that having this top-down ambience would really bed the scene in nicely and create this nice veneer to it, and then add in another number of interesting light sources that we can use for accents, such as a fireplace, such as the candles, that just are there to give you that extra range of colour if you need it. They're there to draw the eye of the player to what we want to show them.
It's not my place to interfere, but I might be persuaded to offer the occasional hint. Here's one for free.
It's a strange place. Who's this guy? Why is he talking to me? Where am I now? I was just on a ship having some horror happening, and now I'm here. And this guy has the appearance of being there to help you, but he seems like such a strange guy, and the environment he's in is so different. There's a certain ambiguity to it, and we wanted the player to question whether or not he's on their side or whether or not he's kind of playing his own game with them.
Eu, pelo menos, achei que ele estava tentando ajudar desde o começo. Tanto que ele perguntou, né, se quer uma dica. Agora que eles estão falando que eu fiquei, putz, pior que ele poderia estar metendo louco, né?
It's inevitable.
Vai saber. Agora já foi. Agora já era. Segredo de Orang Medan. Vamos ver. Parte 1. Ah, isso aqui é um livro? Ah, a história. Da hora, velho. Bronze segredo, bot do B29. Ah, aqueles tiros que a gente escuta no começo do jogo, quando tá todo mundo começando a enlouquecer lá, os soldados. Foi eles que derrubaram o próprio avião. O avião aliado, no caso, né? Nossa. Ah, tanto que quando a gente tá na parte de cima lá do barco, ele pega as balas lá e fala, né? Oh, foi usado essas balas. Nossa, que foda, mano. Tá tudo em inglês, não tem por que ver, né?